Hello everyone. Today's topic is variables, constants, and data types in C language. So, main topics covered in this presentation are variables, constants, data types, and declarations. So, variables, a symbol or name that stands for a value. A variable is a value that can change. Variables provide temporary storage for information that will be needed during the lifespan of the computer program or application. So here example, z equal to x plus y. So this is an expression. This is an example of programming expression. Here x, y and z are variables and equal to is an assignment operator. So variables can represent numeric values, characters, character strings or memory addresses. Next, variables store everything in your program. The purpose of any useful program is to modify variables. In a in a program, every variable has a name that is identified and a data type and a size and a value. So this is very important, remember. So every variable has a name, data type, size and a value. So types of variables, there are two types of variables. First one is local variable, second one is global variable. So local variables are those that are in scope within a specific part of the program, that is function or a program, or a procedure, method or subroutine, depending on the programming language employed. Next one is global variables. So global variables are those that are in scope for the duration of the program execution. They can be accessed by any part of the program and or read write for all statements that access them. So here you have to remember this one. So local variable is declared within a function or a procedure or a method or subroutine. So here global variables are declared outside of the functions, procedures, methods or subroutines. So here global variables are accessed by any function. So whereas local variable is accessed within the function. So outside, so local variables cannot be accessed by the outside of the function. So this is the difference. So a global variable can be accessed by any function which is in program. So whereas local variables, they can be accessed only within the function. So outside of the functions, local variables cannot be accessed. So this is the difference you have to remember. So, rules in naming a variable. There are a certain rules in naming variables, that is identified. They are: first, it should use only alphabets, number and underscore. It should not begin with a number and must have at least one alphabet. It should not be a reserved word. So remember the first one, and it should use only alphabets, numbers and underscore. Then the second point, in the second point, it should not begin with a number and must have at least one alphabet. Third one is it should not be a reserved word. Reserved word means it is a keyword. Rules in naming a variable. So following are some valid identifiers, that is variables. Here x is a variable. It is a valid because it starts with an alphabet. Next one is number 1. So it is also valid It contains both alphabets and numbers. Next, a 1 2 3. So this is also valid because it is a combination of an alphabet and numbers. So next one is number underscore 2. It is also valid. So it contains three. Oh, first one is alphabet, next one is underscore, next one is numbers. So next one is underscore xyz. So it is also valid. So here the variable name starts with an underscore. Okay, this is valid. So some of the invalid identifiers. So here print space main. So here space is no. So in naming rules in naming a variable, no, there is no space allowed between the a word to word gap, that is name. So next one is 1 2 3 number. So here name should not begin with number. The next one is main. Main is a reserved word, that is a keyword. So in the first example, space is there, that's why it is an invalid identifier or a variable. In the second example, the variable name started with a number, so this is invalid. And the next one is main. Here main is a keyword that cannot be used as a variable name. So next one is constants. The opposite of a variable is a constant. A constant is a value that never changes. Because of their inflexibility, constants are used less often than variables in programming. A constant can be a number like 25 or 3.6. Here, a constant can be a character like a or dollar. A constant can be a character string like in double quotes, this is a string. So here is the example for constant. So here the formula is so this formula is used to calculate area of a circle. Here the formula is area equal 3.142 star or star or. So this is the formula to calculate area of a circle. So here in this formula we have two variables. So that is area, next one is r. So next one is we have a value that is 3.142. This is the constant value. This value cannot be changed. So here you have to remember that what is a variable and what is a constant. So here variable value will be changed during the execution. So but whereas constant, its value cannot be changed. So this is the difference between variable and a constant. So remember, variable value can be changed during the execution. So whereas constant, its value cannot be changed. Here 3.142 is a constant value, which value cannot be changed at any time. So this is the difference you have to remember. Next, variable declaration. In programming languages, all the variables that a program is going to use must be declared prior to use. So all variables must be declared prior to the program before to execute the program. So here declaration of a variable serves two purposes. It associates a type and an identifier. Here identifier is a variable name with the variable. So the type allows the compiler to interpret statements correctly. So it allows the compiler to decide how much storage space to allocate for storage of the value associated with the identifier, and to assign an address for each variable which can be used in generation. So here, before using variables, first we have to declare the variables. Without declaring a variable, we cannot use a variable in the program. So this is a very important thing, you have to remember it. Once again I am telling you, before using variables, they must declared before the before the before the execution or before using that variables. So here see the declaration of a variable. A typical set of variable declarations that might appear at the beginning of a program could be as follows. So in this example, int space count semicolon. So in C language, every statement must end with a semicolon. So here semicolon indicates that this is end of line. So here there are two words. First one is int, second one is count. So int is a data type, that is integer type. Here count is a variable. Here count returns integer value. So it stores only integer value. Count is a variable, it stores integer values only. Here int is a data type. So often in programming, numerical constants are used. Example, the value of pi. So pi is equal 3.142. So it is a constant value, we cannot be changed, this value cannot be changed. So it is well worthwhile to associate meaningful names with constants. These names can be associated with the appropriate numerical value in a constant declaration. The names given to constants must conform to the rules for the formation of identifiers as defined above. So here declaration of a constant. So this is a general syntax. Const, here const is a keyword and type constant identifier is equal value. This is the syntax. Here const means it is a keyword or a reserved word. It indicates that it is a constant value. So that means we are declaring a constant value. And the name of the constant, so constant identifier, it is the name of a constant variable. So for this we have a, so there is a, we have given a one example here. Here type is a data type. Here const, it is a keyword. Next int, it is a data type. Days underscore in dash year is equal to 365. In this example we have a constant, that means we are declaring a constant variable. Next one is the int is a data type, and here constant name is days underscore in underscore year. So and also we are assigning a value to the constant variable. Constant, here 365 is a value. So once again see the syntax of a constant declaration. So first we have to use the keyword const, and next type of the constant, and next one is constant name. So and then is equal to value. So this is very important. So remember the syntax and also example. Constant space int space days underscore in underscore year is equal to 365. Here const means it is a constant value, that means we are declaring a constant value. So int is a data type of the constant. Here days underscore in underscore year is a constant name. Here 365 is the value assigned to the constant, that is days underscore in underscore year. So next one is data type meaning. So C data types are defined as the data storage format that a variable can store a data to perform a specific operations. Data types are used to define a variable before to use in a program. So what are the uses? So first, identify the type of a variable when it declared. Identify the type of the return value of a function. Identify the type of a parameter expected by a function. So these are the uses of data type. So first one is the type of a variable. Next one is type of return value of a function. Third one is the type of parameter expected by a function. So these are the three important things. So the data type is classification of a particular type of information. Data types are essential to any computer programming language. Without them, it becomes very difficult to maintain information within a computer program. Different data types have different sizes in memory depending on the machine and compilers. So remember, different data types have different sizes in memory depending on the machine and compilers. So why data types? So every variable must have a type, that is data type. Next, second one is every variable should get some space in the memory. Next, third one is help the compiler decide how many bits should be reserved for a variable. These are the very important things you have to remember. First one is variable must have a data type. Second one is amount of space required to store a variable. Next, number of bits used should be reserved for a variable. So next, data types in C. So basically three types. First one is primary, second one is derived, third one is user defined data types. So again, primary data type is divided into four categories. So first one is integer, second one is real, third one is character, fourth one is void. In derived data types, again it is divided into two types. First one is arrays, second one is pointers. In user defined data types, we have first one is structures, second one is union, third one is enumeration, fourth one is type def. So primary data types, these are fundamental or basic data types in C, namely, so first one is integer, real, character, void. So integer data type, integers are used to store whole numbers. So here we have a table. So column headings are type, size in bytes. Next one is range. Next one is format specifier. Here format specifier means which is used in printf statement. So here first one is int or signed int. Here the size is 2 bytes and range is -32,768 to plus 32,767. So format specifier is %d. Next one is unsigned int. So size is 2 bytes and range is 0 to 65,535. Format specifier is %d. Next one is long int or signed long int. So size is 4 bytes. So range is -2,147,483,648 to plus 2,147,483,647. So here format specifier is %small ld. So next one is unsigned long int. Size is 4 bytes. Here range is 0 to 4,294,967,295. Format specifier is %lu, unsigned long int. So here Unsigned means positive number. If no sign is, if no sign, so that is positive, that is plus. Signed means positive or negative number with a sign, that is plus or minus. Next one is real data type. So floating types are used to store real numbers. So here is a small table. So column headings are type, size, range, format, specifier. Here format specifier means which is used in printf statements. So first one is float. So size is 4 bytes. So range is 3.4 into 10 minus 38 to the power of minus 38 to 3.4 into 10 to the power of plus 38. Here format specifier is percentage f. That means it stores the floating point numbers. So where next one is double. So size is 8 and range is 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 308 to 1.7 into 10 to the power of plus 308. So format specifier is percentage LF. Next one is long double. Long double is size is 10. Size 10. So range is 3.4 into 10 to the power of minus 4932 to 3.4 into 10 to the power of plus 4932. So format specifier is percentage capital LF. Next one is character data type. Character types are used to store character values. Here char is a keyword which specifies that it is a character data type. So here is a small table. So here the column headings are type, size, range, format, specifiers. Here format specifiers are used in printf statements. First one is char or signed char. Size is 1 byte. So range is minus 128 to 127. Format specifier is percentage C. Next one is unsigned char. So size is 1 byte. Range is 0 to 255. And format specifier is percentage C. Next one is void data type. Void type means no value. That means there is no return value. This is usually used to specify the type of functions which returns nothing by defining in front of main function or any other function and has blank arguments within functional brackets. For example, in the void main, so this main function should not return any value. So next one is void main void. So in brackets we used an argument and so there is no return value. That means it doesn't return any value. This main function doesn't return any value. So void means the function should not return a value. Next one is derived data types. Derived data types are nothing but primary data types. So here first one is arrays, second one is pointers. Array data type. An array is a collection of items stored at continuous memory locations. So here array means array is a collection of items stored at continuous memory locations. So here array is a, say in other way, array is a collection of similar items with the same data type. So here example, int a in square brackets 4 is equal curly bracket open 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 and close curly braces and semicolon. So in this first one is int. Int means it is a data type. It is a the integer data type. It stores only integer values. Here a is the array name. A is the array name. So here we have an index. 4 is index. In square brackets we have written 4. Here 4 is index. So every in C program array has an index. So this array contains 4 elements. So here 4 elements are written in curly braces. Here 10, 20, 30 and 40. These are the 4 elements. So here, so first write the memory locations. So here I have written 4 boxes. That means 1 row and 4 columns. So here we have 1000, 1002, 1004, 1006. They are the memory addresses, address in memory. And the next one is in the boxes I have written 4 elements, that is 10, 20, 30 and 40. So in the above, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, these are the index or position. So an array index always starts with 0. Okay, this is very important. So an array index starts with 0. So here 4 elements, a0, a1, a2, a3. So these are the indexes, and 10, 20, 30, 40, these are the values, and 1000, 1002, 1004, 1006, these are the addresses in memory. Once again, an array starts with index 0, 0. So next one is pointer data type. Pointers are symbolic representation of addresses. So here is a small example. Int a is equal to 10 comma star ptr semicolon. So here semicolon means it indicates that it is the end of a line. So here the first one is int. Int is a data type. That means it stores only integer values. Here a is a variable name and assigned by 10. So 10 is assigned to variable a, and also we are declaring a variable called pointer. A pointer always points start with a star symbol. So here ptr equal to ampersand a. So here pointer points to a value. So remember, pointer points to a value. So here ampersand means address of a variable. Here ampersand a means it shows the address of a variable a, that is stored in, the value is stored in ptr variable. So here small diagram. Here we have 2 memory locations. So address is 1000. First memory location's address is 1000. Second memory location address is 1002. So next we have 2 variables and 2 values. A and pt are, these 2 are variables. 10 and 1000 are the values. So in this, first remember, first star pointer. So here a is assigned with 10. In the first box, a is assigned, 10 is assigned to a variable 1. So whenever, so here in the ptr is equal to ampersand a. So here ampersand a means the address of a variable a is which is stored in pointer variable ptr, so which is represented in the second box. So clear now? Here star pointer means it is a pointer variable, it points to the address of variable. So here ptr equal to ampersand a means indicates the address of a variable a. So here what is the address of a variable is 1000, which is stored in ptr variable, which is shown in second box. So this is the difference between ampersand a and pointer. Okay, whenever we use a star ptr means then we have to write this ptr equal to ampersand a. So in this diagram we have a two memory locations, 1000 and 1002. So in the 1000 memory address a is equal to 10. In the 1002 ptr variable which is assigned to 1000, here 1000 is the address of a variable. So next one is user defined data types. A user defined data type is a data type that derived from an existing data type, but they have their own keywords too long with the use of basic data types. So first one is structure, second one is union, third one is enum, fourth one is type def. So here user defined data type means which is derived from an existing data type. So remember, user defined data type means it is a data type that derived from an existing data type. So first one is structured data type. It is a package of variables of different types under a single name. Here struct keyword is used to define a structure. The total bytes of a data types occupy the memory. So here we have given one example for the structure. So now we are declaring a structure. So struct space student curly brace open curly brace, int roll number semicolon. Next in the next line char space name in brackets 10 semicolon, float space per semicolon, close the curly brace, std semicolon. Here we are declaring a structure called student will occupy 2 plus 1 plus 4 is equal to 7 bytes in memory. So in the structure we have a variable called roll number which is integer type. So memory size is 2 bytes. Next one is name 10. It is a character type. Character data type now its memory is 1 byte. Next one is float. So per is a variable which is a floating point. What is a float data type which stores floating numbers, and memory size is 4 bytes. So for this structure there is 7 bytes in memory. So structure student will occupy 7 bytes in memory. Here structure is student is a structure. For this one we have created one object called std. Next one is union data type. It is a package of variables of different types under a single name. So union keyword is used to define a structure. Union, the highest bytes of a data types will occupy the memory. Here example union space student. Here union name is student and open curly braces. Here I am declaring a variable called roll number, that is integer type, and the next one I am declaring a array which is character type, and the next one is declaring a variable and which is floating data type, and closing curly braces std close. Structure student will occupy 4 bytes in memory as float is the highest data type among int and char. So this is the difference. Here structure space, here structure student occupies, see this, occupies 7 bytes in memory. So in unions, union student will occupy 4 bytes in memory. Because why? So float is the highest data type among int and char. So that is the difference between structure and union. So next one is enumeration and data type. Enumeration is a special data type that consists of integers, constants, and each of them is assigned with a specific name. Enum keyword is used to define the enumerated data type. So here I have first see the declaration. Enum space week in curly braces mon comma tues comma whens. So in this declaration, enum is a keyword which is used to, which is a enumeration data type. Next one is enum week. Week is a object name, I mean the enumerated data type name. Week is a enumerated data type name. So this contains 3 elements. So first one is month, and second one is two, third one is when. So here month means it is in state 0. So choose is state 1 condition, 1 state, and wed is in state 2. So semicolon, which is the end of the line, which indicates end of the line. Semicolon means it indicates the end of the line. In the second one is instantiation. So enum week day. So here enum is a enumerated data type, week is a enumeration data type name. Here day is a object of enum week. So day is a object. So for the enum week. So next one is declaration and instantiation. Enum space week in curly braces month comma two comma wed curly braces close and day semicolon. So the declaration and instantiation that are done in a single line. In the above example, declaration is done in one line and instantiation is done in next line. So in the second example, the declaration and instantiation is declared in single line. Okay. Next one is, third one is operation. So the operation is day is equals to tube. So whenever this, after executing this sentence, this statement, the output will be 1 because choose is in state 1. Okay, that's why it returns a 1. So for this one we have a small program. So hash include stdio .h. Here hash include is a preprocessor directive. Here stdio.h means it is a header file. It contains input output functions, standard input output functions. Next one is we are declaring a enumeration data type. So here enum is a keyword and week is a enumerated data type name. In square curly braces I am declaring the elements like man, dew, bed, thus, fried, sat, sun, and end of the semicolon, end of the line. So next, I'm writing the function void main. So here void means this main function should not return a value. So next, open curly braces. Here nm space week space day semicolon. Here I am creating one object for week, nm week. So here day is equal to q. So now I am printing a printf statement. Is the output statement which prints the value which is in day variable. So here I am using printf bracket double quotes. In double quotes I am writing percentage d comma day. So in the whenever we here day equal to 2, so which is in state 2 now, sorry, state 1. So this one is stored in day. So printf mean printf, in printf what we are doing, using format specifier is percentage d. So day contains a 1, so that is printed in output. So here the output is 1. Next one is type def data type. You can define explicitly new data type names by using the keyword type def. Using type def does not actually create a new data class. Rather, it defines a name for an existing type. So here is a small declaration, I mean syntax. So first void main open curly braces type def space int space suman semicolon suman a comma b colon, so dash 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 bracket close. Now suman will act as a int data type. Here see this double slash, here it is a single line comment. A and b are of integer data type suman. So I am declaring one type def, that is int suman. Suman is an integer type. So for this I am creating two variables, suman a comma b. So here a b are of integer data type. So here suman will act as integer data type in this statement. So see suman space a comma b semicolon. In this suman will act as integer data type. Here type def is a keyword. Using type def, so thank you. So let's see the important things, different data types. So these are the data types in C language. So first one is primary, second one is derived, third one is user defined. So in primary we have four types. So first one is integer, second one is real, third one is character, fourth one is void. In derived data type we have two types, that is arrays, second one is pointers. In user defined data type we have four categories, that is structure, union, enumeration, and type def. So next one is data. What is a data type? Data type is classification of a particular type of information. Data types are essential to any computer programming language. Without them it becomes very difficult to maintain information within a computer program. And here different data types have different sizes in memory depending on the machine and compilers. So constant, so this one is constant declaration. Constant means whose value cannot be changed. So here the syntax const space type space constant underscore identifier is equal to value. This is the syntax of constant. Here constant is a keyword, type is a data type, const underscore identifier is the a constant name, and value is the value which is assigned to the constant. So in the const space int days underscore in underscore year is equal to 365. Constant, here constant is a constant, that means we are declaring a constant. Const is a keyword, int is a data type. So days underscore in underscore year is a constant which is assigned 365 is assigned to this constant. So next one is variable stores a value temporarily whose value can be changed during the execution. So here we are declaration, variable declaration, int space count semicolon. Here int is a data type, count is a variable whose value can be changed during the execution. Thank you for watching video.